raw mango mojito, a refresher for summer days, cashew cheese, chipotle mayo, and homemade ketchup.
You will find this booklet under the resource tab of our dashboard. Do try these recipes so that whenever you feel like munching on anything, you always have these healthy alternatives available.
But our struggles don't end here. What happens when that craving comes, that craving hits? How many of you are thinking that these alternatives and all are great? But when that craving hits, all the motivation goes for a toss. I see a chocolate kept in the kitchen. It may be dead, whatever, preservatives, chemicals, jo bhi ho. Abhi to wo chahiye. Right now, all I want is I want to eat it. That's a real struggle. In the next section, we will share some strategies through which you can actually take care and overcome these little cravings. That is redesigning our environment. Ready for the section? Alright. Please note this down. Motivation is overrated. Most of us rely on some sort of motivation. Motivation to eat more living foods, motivation to quit dead foods, motivation to shun our cravings. What do you think matters more? It's not motivation. Environment matters more. You choose certain foods and leave others not because of what they are, but because of where they are. Where that food is placed will determine whether you end up eating it or leaving it. So, a quick situation test for all of you. If you walk into the dining space and you see a packet of biscuits on the counter, will you pick it up and start eating one? Yes or no? Even if you hadn't been thinking about them beforehand, even if you weren't hungry, even if you were absolutely full, you will open the packet and eat it. So, I'll share something that happened for real. It was a festival and my mother got some hide-and-seek cookies, hide-and-seek biscuits, and she kept it in the first cabinet of our kitchen. Now, every time I entered the kitchen and I opened that cabinet, I saw that packet kept. Once I controlled, twice I controlled, thrice I controlled. By the fourth time, I gave up, I opened that packet and munched on and finished the whole packet. I knew all of this. I knew it was dead. I knew it had nothing nutritious for my body. But still, I ate it. Why? Because it was present in my environment and it was appearing again and again and again. Let's take another scenario. You go to your kitchen for a snack, you open up the fridge and you see a sight like this. What would you do? Chances are that you will get a spoon, scoop some Nutella or ice cream and start eating. Does not matter how much of self-control you have, does not matter how much of willpower you have. The way your space is designed matters much more than self-control or motivation or anything else. Because environment is the invisible hand that shapes human behavior. That determines what will end up going there. So what can you do? You can redesign your environment. And how? By making dead food invisible. If they're in your home, they can go only at three places. Either in your stomach, in your family's stomach, or in the dustbin. And you have to decide where you want them to go. The choice is in your hands. Put it in the waste and not your waste. Throw out the namkeens, the bhujia, the khatta meetha from chemicals, artificial flavors and nasty preservatives. Let's give our bodies a breather. Throw out the packets of wafers and chips, which are nothing but illusions of marketing companies' tricks. Throw out the biscuits, which were sucked out of their life long ago. They do nothing but make you lazy and slow. Throw out the sodas, the colas, and each aerated drink. These snatch away your health in just an eye's blink. Throw out the chocolates that you've been addicted to. Hidden is the poison inside them, which none of us can immediately view. Throw out that 2-minute Maggie and the Kappa noodles and say to it an everlasting toodles. Last but not the least, throw out the real juice, which is everything but real, and the fruity which has no fruit. If you want a highly energetic, pure, clean body, you have to eliminate the lies from the root. So throw it all out, and if you want, do it with a shout. And in your home, let the foods with life only sprout. Take a minute to reflect and absorb whatever was shared with you. Do you feel inspired to throw away the dead foods out of your house? You may have thoughts like, I don't want to throw it away right now. I've spent money on purchasing it. I'll eat the last batch and then pakka promise I will never buy it again. Believe me, right now you're charged up. But unless it's there in your environment, you'll have it. This program will get over, but that is still kept in your house. And after that, you munch it, and that progression will go on and on and on. Right now, we may think of saving 10 rupees, 20 rupees, but we have spent money in buying it now. But in the long run, saving those 10, 20, 30 rupees is going to turn out very costly. But in this case also, there's a very, very genuine problem. Very genuine problem, I tell you. But what about my family? They will throw me out of the house if I throw the dead food out. इतना पैसा लगाकर खरीदा है और you're saying to throw the food out of the house? कौन-कौन से प्रोग्राम अटेंड करके आ जाते हैं? All of those taunts and endless things lined up for us. I know. So if you can't throw them out, reduce their exposure. And how? By creating a separate dead food cabinet. Pick a cabinet in your kitchen, the cornermost one, the most difficult to reach. So for example, here we have taken this cabinet. Empty that cabinet out, all of that was kept earlier, and fill it up with dead packaged products. Collect everything from your house. Don't leave anything anywhere, from the bedroom, kitchen, everywhere. And make a label, write on it, beware dead food inside. And paste that label on that cabinet. Every time you pass through that, before you open that cabinet, that sticker, that label will remind you what's there inside it. Be a designer of your environment and not a victim. You're living in a world that others have created for you. You have the power to alter the spaces where you live. With this, we have come to the end of today's roadmap, and I would now like to invite Subha for the challenge for the day.
I hope that you're doing okay. I hope you're holding up fine. There's a lot of knowledge that you have received in this session, and I know it can take some time to process it. But we'll move to the most important part of the session, and that is your daily challenge. So what you have to do, you have to put all the dead food found in your kitchen either in a dustbin or in a clearly labeled dead food cabinet. And you have to post a photo or a video of yourself doing that on the Ultimate Health group by today. So whatever's in your kitchen that is a dead food product, just either you put it in the bin or you put it in your cabinet, whatever you decide to do, whatever approach you decide to take. Don't forget the daily challenge is the most important part of the Ultimate Health Challenge. If you're not doing the daily challenge, you're missing out on 60% of the benefit from this course. Quick preview for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will discuss the second quality that you want to be present in your food, and that is wholesome. And you will come face to face with 3 white villains present in your kitchen right now. Can you guess what these 3 white villains could be? Well, you'll find out in tomorrow's session. Now it's time for the quote for the day. For if you eat living food, the same will quicken you. But if you kill your food, the dead food will kill you also. For life comes only from life, and from death comes always death. That's from the Gospel of Peace. With that, Sattvic Movement signing off. I will see you tomorrow.
मैं तो बादलों से दूर जाऊंगी, मैं तो अपना सुर पाऊंगी, है जो भेज के सपने सारे जिंदगी में भूल आऊंगी, हमारा इस दुनिया की